just look at the situation. Everybody knows that R. Kelly married Aaliyah at 15. So anybody who brought their child to work with R. Kelly after that, what were you doing? You knew what you were getting into.
Right.
You knew what you signed up for. Anybody who watched it go down, like the people who said, "Oh, I'm the one helped forge the documents for them to get married," you need to go to jail too.
Yeah. So you're saying just take the whole R. Kelly camp to jail?
Everybody.
Well, I hear they're starting in on the manager, right? One of his managers. Nobody. No. Well, yeah. I mean, that seems pretty cut and dry to me. But another thing I wanted to get to. So it's not so much about R. Kelly. There are, how you say, various areas in America where age of consent is 16. As a group in here, well, if you had to pick an age of consent, what would it be, Keanna?
18.
18, Robert?
17.
Bree? 18. So we got a 17 and two 18s. If I got to pick, see, that's a hard one. And this is why I'll say, because, like, again, when I started at 16, I'm fucking anybody who's asking, personally. And I'm doing that, and I know. So when they go to jail, I'm like telling the judge, "Hey, man, don't take my boo. I want to hit that some more." You know what I'm saying? So I, in my head, again, if Beyonce was like, just chill at the house, just chill at the mansion, I'm going to be chilling at the mansion. You know what I'm saying? Now, I heard some other shit about him not letting them eat and shit.
Yeah, some weird shit.
Yeah, see, you fucked with me right there, because I'm a hungry nigga. I'm like, Mom, this bitch ain't letting me eat.
You can't eat when you want to.
Fuck all that.
Beyonce I need a blunt. You got to stomp at the door to get some food.
That's what he was making them do?
Yes.
Like stomp like a dog?
According to them, they had to ask for permission to eat, to leave the room. It was on some dominatrix type of stuff.
Okay, do you feel this was, because there are people who planned that shit, like, were they being controlled or forced, or were they like, this is the game?
I really feel like it was a combination of both. Only because of the age.
Right.
Like, they were young enough to be manipulated, and he was old enough to stop it. But it wasn't neither. Like, he didn't stop it, which makes him fucking weird. And then you can't blame the kids. Like, they're 16, 17 trying to get a career. Mm-hmm. You can't blame them, you know? Like, they could be easily manipulated by anybody, not just R. Kelly.
Why do you say 17, B?
Only because I feel like at 17, you don't really know what you want, but you know how to make a decision. Mm-hmm. You know, and at a young age, you live with the decisions that you make, and you know you're going to make bad decisions, and you own that shit, whether it's a good decision or not. 17 is kind of like, I graduated high school at 17.
Yeah.
I knew damn near everything I was doing. Like, a year later wouldn't have made a difference for me.
That's what my thing was. Like, I feel like you're just as stupid at 17 as you are 18.
There is no difference.
Why do you say 18, Keanna?
Because at least, he said he graduated at 17, but everybody don't graduate at 17. But you got to think about the consequences that come with having sex, no matter what age you are. Are you equipped? You're not equipped to handle that at 17. You still got classes you got to go to, like mandatory. Like, you still probably got curfew. You just able to buy your own R-rated movie ticket. But you can deal with the potential consequences of having sex. Me personally, I would say 21, but that's just my personal preference. Because if you're 18, literally the only thing we can do is have sex.
Yeah.
Can't go nowhere.
You can go to war.
I don't want to go to war.
Well, I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying?
If you could go to war, you should be able to fuck something.
Or make a decision.
Yeah,
I should be able to take you to have a drink if I have any plans on having sex with you. I don't want to have to go to the store and get the bottle while you sit outside. You can't even be at the register because they gonna card everybody at the register.
Right.
If they see, oh, y'all together, we need both your ID, even though you buying the bottle. Now we might be going to jail.
I feel that. But I was just as stupid at 21 as I was 17. But see, I was just a dumb person. I got older, and then, but see, I didn't have my kid till I was like 26. But if girls was throwing it at me at 16, which they were not, because I didn't know how to talk to women, I would have had some kids, obviously. But like I said, if you can go to war at 18, you should be able to like come home and have some sex.
Everybody who goes to war at 18, they drink.
Yeah, right.
Literally.
And that was another thing I was going to bring up. Like, I think in Mexico, age of consent is like 12. And there's places here that is 16. I think Britain or somewhere. And again, we always say, if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. Obviously, I'll be like, hey, I'm wrong. Anyway, and I think in Britain somewhere it's like 14. So why do all these different cultures have this different view of that?
There's too much freedom here. That's why.
I'm sorry?
There's too much freedom here. Everywhere else is systematic. It's controlled.
It's too much freedom here?
Yeah, it's too much freedom here.
So
14-year-old, for instance, Bad Baby. That little girl that was on Dr. Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's a rapper. That girl is like 16 years old.
The white girl?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
She's 16 now.
Uh-huh.
So she was young when she was on that show. But if you didn't know her, you would think that she's way older than what she is. Because she has the freedom to express herself, to dress how she wants to dress, to say what she wants to say, to talk how she wants to talk. All that shit, to me, that equates to her maturing faster than what she's supposed to be maturing.
That was another point I was going to bring up, is that for a person like R. Kelly or these celebrities, they're traveling so much that they're in different places with different rules. Like, R. Kelly goes to Britain, he can legally have sex with 14-year-olds. He does a show in Mexico, he can legally have sex with 12-year-olds.
Yeah, but just because you can don't mean you should.
No,
I agree. Look at your average 12-year-old. What about a 12-year-old makes you think, oh, yeah, man, I can't wait to get her to the house?
Okay, but think about this, though. It's going to sound weird, but think about this.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Out here, the age of consent is 18.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of niggas. I'd fuck an 18-year-old.
I wouldn't get close to nobody 18.
I would definitely fuck an 18-year-old.
I don't even want to be in the same room as 18-year-olds.
But my point is, out here, it's okay. So maybe out there in that culture or that system, like, it's okay to fuck a 16-year-old if that's the age of consent. Because out here, I would do it without a shadow of a doubt.
But that's when your morals got to kick ass. But everybody's morals ain't the same. But at some point,
you think like, that's a moralistic issue?
I think it is. I think it is. It comes down to your morals. Like I said, just because you can don't mean you should.
But that's a very subjective thing to say. Like, because your morals are different from his different from mine is different from hers. If we making laws, we all got to kind of come in the middle, right? So you saying ideally 21. He says 17. I think I would say 17 as well, but that doesn't mean I would have sex with a 17-year-old because young people are stupid and stupid people get on my nerves. That just wouldn't be appealing to me. And like you said, I don't look at a 12-year-old and be like, I can't wait to get her to the house.
Like, I can't imagine pulling up to somebody's, I got to wait for you to get out of class. I'm sitting outside of your school, waiting for you to get out of class to come hop in the car so we can go where? I'm taking you to McDonald's?
To your house. You a grown-ass motherfucker.
Because we can't go to your house.
There's grown motherfuckers' houses you can't go to.
We can't go to your house. And I gotta have you home before supper. You got homework. You got homework to do. You gotta check in. You gotta text your mom, your dad, let them know. Like, oh, I'm not coming straight home after school. You wanna go to homecoming game. Like,
if you hanging out with R. Kelly,
I don't want to sit in the bleachers with you at your high school football game.
I don't think nobody's doing that. They just like hit me up after the game is over, right?
I don't want to do that either. Go hang out with you and your young friends. Like, I can't even have you stop at the store on your way over here.
So we know Keanna is against underage sex. That's good to know.
It's not about being against underage sex. Adults should not be having sex with people that are underage. If two 14-year-olds is having sex, that's a completely different thing than a 24-year-old having sex with a 14-year-old. That's a complete... Two 14-year-old kids are going to explore. That's going to happen. But they should not be doing that with an adult.
So say you're a senior. There's a freshman. You know this person. Now... They're 17. You're what, 20? Maybe 21? Is that considered, hey, you too old?
I can still go to jail.
But see, morally, though, are you wrong for having sex with a person you were in school with at the same time?
We're no longer in school at the same time. And we haven't been for some years now. Like, you said they was a freshman, you was a senior. You've been out of school 3 years. And you still fucking high school bitches?
You know that's... Like, niggas hang out at high school.
You didn't go to college and you couldn't get the college bitches, so you still fucking high school ones? Come on now.
Some people have a hard time adjusting, Keanna. And this was their friend, and now they're grown.
We all gotta grow up sometime. And I can't see you growing up if you still fucking bitches in high school.
Yeah, I hear that's a big turnoff for people that, like, I was talking to a friend, and she was telling me that she was dating this guy, and he's 33, and his baby mama was like 20. And she was like, that's a turnoff because obviously they had sex around 18. Like, they've been dating this shit. And then that made me think, like, if you are 17, 18, why is that wrong for this person to date this 17-year-old? If she can be like, look, I made the conscious decision to... Now, for the record, what R. Kelly did was fucking horrible. And I'm not making these devil advocate questions to, how you say, defend R. Kelly. Fuck R. Kelly. What I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out at what point, basically, are you a bad person? At what age, if this person is, let's say, 16, at what age are you a bad person? Are we saying 18?
It ain't the age.
Are we talking about bad person as far? I mean, because you're breaking the law, so there's that.
But see,
I mean, I think about it like this because when it comes down to it, yeah, it is legally wrong, and is fucking somebody underage worth you potentially ruining the rest of your life behind it. Now you got to register as a sex offender. You can't be near parks. Like,
you got to be home before a supper.
Like, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it?
Not for me. It would not.
Is it worth it?
I don't think so. But what my question is, at what point are we saying you're R. Kelly? You're bad. At what age?
It's not the age.
So what do you mean by
it's
that?
It's the situation, not the age.
So explain.
They didn't pass the age already.
Mm-hmm.
All them girls over there is 18 and over.
But they weren't at some point.
They weren't.
That's what I'm saying.
When the public was made aware of it, hence the documentary,
mm-hmm.
these girls are already over age. So then you have to think, why is he still allowing this documentary to come out? They're talking about me. I'm R. Kelly. They're talking
mm-hmm.
about me. I have these girls here. In my mind, they want to be here. There's families saying they don't want to be here. They're trying to get their daughters back. They're doing whatever they can to get their daughters back, and I'm doing nothing about it.
Okay.
To get the daughters back to their family.
Let's take the famous. Let's go to regular niggas. In a regular nigga situation, at what age are you a bad person?
Anybody under the age of 18.
What if you're 19 and they're 17? Are you legally you're committing a crime?
But it's 19-year-olds fucking 17-year-olds today.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with that personally.
That's why I don't think it's an age thing. I think it's situational. Like at some point you're made aware of the situation that you're in. You know whether It's